My name is Cao Yi Tao, and I'm from South Sacramento. I graduated from UC Irvine, and after I graduated, when I saw the posting for the Sacramento Promise Zone, I was really interested because I wanted to be able to come back to my community and make a difference, and I felt like the Promise Zone was the perfect way to do that.
Hi, my name is Hannah Phillips. I'm originally from Redding, California, and I'm a recent graduate from UC Davis.
My name is Alphonse Wilfred. I went to Temple University in Philadelphia, but I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. Studied economics and politics at Temple University. Did that for 4 years. Then afterwards, I saw that there was a position in AmeriCorps. I wanted to give back to my community, and saw that it was a position that was for the team action coordinator for jobs and economic development action teams. It was a very long title, but I really was excited about it because it was really pairing community service as well as economic development and really bringing back giving back a lot of what the community needed and the community wanted back to them. So saw that and was part of it.
I'm interested in the position because it had such a direct involvement with the community, and I wanted to know more about Sacramento and learn more about Sacramento and have that direct involvement within the community.
In the Promise Zone, I served as the Sustainable Communities Coordinator. So in that role, I led projects in the Sustainable Communities focus area. So my duties ranged from compiling content for social media and the newsletter, managing and building relationships with our partners, coordinating events and convenings, as well as reporting on all of my activities and the activities of our partners to really show the impact and progress towards meeting our focus area goals.
On the Promise Zone team, I work as the education coordinator, and my role predominantly focuses on the collection of content for social media, the sharing of the monthly newsletter, the collection of funding opportunities for different organizations that are partnered with the Promise Zone, as well as coordinating events surrounding opportunities for our education partners to engage with. I also support efforts in other focus areas and convenings in those areas.
What are the other focus areas?
The other focus areas are health, jobs and economic development, sustainably built communities, and education, which is what I work in.
I was the team leader for the jobs and economic development action teams. I helped coordinate and represent different financial institutions, economic development leaders, workforce development leaders, elected folks here or there, just really being able to have collaboratively work together with people.
I had a lot of highlight experiences. One of them was being able to create policies and procedures for a pilot program that was led by the Sacramento Promise Zone and service partners, really focused on disconnected youth.
Some of the most impactful opportunities that I've been involved with have been focused around opportunity zones that are located within the Promise Zone. We've had the opportunity to work directly with the White House, with the city, with different nonprofits that are interested in acquiring opportunity zones.
One impactful one was the financial institution partnership opportunity. That was really kind of a cool opportunity to see banks coming together and really working collaboratively and communally, something that I've never seen before, and really being able to pool their funds together to fund a project in the Promise Zone that wouldn't have had that funding if that opportunity wasn't there before. So that was a really cool project.
I'm a Sacramento native, and I thought that coming in, I already knew a lot about Sacramento, but I learned that there were so many things that I didn't know, and that was a humbling experience for me. I think that it's so easy to just know your neighborhood and know the streets that you use going to and from home. And so my experience really challenged me to think outside my bubble of what I thought Sacramento was. So it was just such a learning experience, even being from Sacramento.
Sacramento is a great city. It really is focused on community impact, and it's different than any other city I've lived in. The amount of efforts that I see from community members to give back to the community has been so different than any place I've ever lived.
Well, at first when I came out here, it was really different. Definitely folks who were a lot more accepting, which is great. So I started to really fall in love with Sacramento and California itself, because it was just different from where I came from and different from what I was used to.
My AmeriCore Vista experience really opened doors for me, and I think that it's going to continue to open doors. When I meet people that are AmeriCorps alumni, there's just this instant connection, an instant understanding and respect. I think that wherever you go, having done AmeriCorps is really a testament to your commitment to service and getting things done.
After my term ended, I was able to get a full-time position because of one partner who relayed a job description for me. And it was a job that was pertaining towards economic development and helping out economic developers across the state of California. And once I got that position, I fell in love with it and still am.
My advice would be know how to budget and understand that there's an entire team at the Sacramento Promise Zone that's there for you to help you get whatever you need. So that open communication is going to be really important. You have your team right behind you, and they're here with you to get you to the finish line.
I would say embrace it with open hands. It is quite a lot at first to try to engage with over 200 partners. Nearly impossible within your first month. So I would say just embrace the experience and see it as hundreds of potential opportunities.
Just going for it all and just doing your passion and going for your passion, because it does really help bridge passion and implementation and pragmatism all together, and just really kind of maybe getting outside of your comfort zone, comfort box, whatever you want to call it. And really kind of going full throttle and giving it your all.
So the Sacramento Promise Zone is housed within the Sacramento Housing and Redevelopment Agency, and it was really a pleasure to be able to work with SHRA because it was a very collaborative environment, and there's a lot of cross-departmental collaboration that was happening, lots of shared learning.
Working with the Sacramento Housing and Redevelopment Agency, along with the Sacramento Promise Zone, has been an amazing opportunity to see how an agency can work directly with the city and how the city and that agency can collaboratively make a collective impact onto the city.
Sacramento Housing and Redevelopment Agency is the lead agency for the Promise Zone, and working within that agency helped teach me about local government and about how housing works within local government, and gave me the tools and understanding of how to create opportunities for people who are in need.
My love for AmeriCorps has only grown with my AmeriCore Vista experience. I've continued to be involved in AmeriCorps. After I finished my service year, I participated in the Capital Fellows Program, where I worked as an executive fellow at California Volunteers, Office of the Governor, and I'm currently an AmeriCorps Program Officer, where I get to support AmeriCorps state and national programs across the state. It's been an incredible journey, having been an AmeriCorps member and now being on the program management side.
So my time as an AmeriCore Vista member has inspired my future goals because I've had the opportunity to sit at so many different tables and to be in so many different spaces with elected officials, CEOs, and folks within high-level positions, and being able to see how they've gone into those positions and their career pathways that have led them there has impacted me to see that these next steps are attainable, and that being in this position has given me a beneficial outlook on that career pathway.
Being in AmeriCore Vista at the Sacramento Promise Zone was a unique experience because I was able to gain an understanding that, when we think about change, in order to make change happen, you need the community involved. You need to look at all these different focus areas like sustainable communities and education and bring together partners from community-based organizations and the private sector.
I think with the Sacramento Promise Zone, it's very unique because it has over 200 partners that are collaborating within the Sacramento Promise Zone, and it's really broadened my scope to understand what collaboration is on a high level. Before working with the Sacramento Promise Zone, if I were to hear, people saying impactful collaboration, I would have just assumed like 5 organizations, maybe 6 at the most, but to see that the Sacramento Promise Zone holds over 200 partners that are working together to create collaborative impact, I think makes Sacramento Promise Zone stand out from other AmeriCore Vista positions.
Working with the Sacramento Promise Zone was unique because it taught me how to work with so many different partners all at once, and really taught me how to figure out solutions to problems that are systematic, but giving out solutions to help build upon that, and being able to find some way to get folks together and be able to keep a project or an opportunity going. Really taught me that, and it really helped me understand different leadership skills, different facilitation skills, different skills around that too. So those are some things that really taught me, and that is probably unique to the Promise Zone.